My name is Gabby, and this is my story. So, a few years back, around 2015, I believe in the month of November, but I'm not too sure, I had a dream. And it was a dream that I will never forget and I'll remember my entire life. So, I truly believe that I went to heaven and I saw heaven. So, this is what I saw. When I first arrived in heaven, I saw a golden staircase, and next to me was Gabriel. I know that it was Gabriel. You just know. And then on the golden staircase, it was made of pure gold, and on top of it there were angels. And the angels were ascending and descending, and they had items in their hand, and they seemed to be very busy. And there was items such as scrolls and different tools that I wasn't familiar with. But in the angels, they had wings, but they were like this, but they were put away. They weren't flapping. And then they had a long white robe and a brown rope belt. And I don't recall there being a halo around their head. They had brown sandals. And they all had hair, and just there were female and male, and there wasn't a difference between what they were wearing, but their face was just a blur. I didn't see what their face looked like. Okay, so once me and Gabriel arrived at the top of the stairs, there was a beautiful light, and the light was shining. It was white and it was gold, and there wasn't a speck of darkness. And the floor was made out of clouds, to the point where you could barely see your own feet. And then there was a golden gate, and the gate was just an arch, and there were like bars, so you can't really walk through it. And guarding the gate, it was a guardian angel. And all the angels were much larger than I was, like huge, like 10 feet tall. They all looked the same, but the guardian angel had two golden swords, and they were flaming, just like in Adam and Eve. When so Gabriel went, and then he spoke to the guardian angel, and then there was no noise. I couldn't hear what he said, but then the guardian angel understood, and then he opened the gate, and the gate opened like this. So once we walked in, the floor was still made of clouds, and appeared to be in a large room, but it went on forever. And the walls were made of pure like gold, and it was yellow gold. And then I've never seen gold that pure before. And then in the room, there were two thrones. One was larger than the other, and the smaller one was on the right-hand side. Then on top of the throne, I know that it was God and Jesus. But I only saw them from their knees down, and they were wearing the same thing that all the other angels were wearing. That they were wearing the brown sandals and the white robe, and I couldn't see anything from the waist up. But I just knew that it was them. And in comparison, I was about this big, and they were this big, like just about. And that's how like the size comparison would be. And even the angels were much smaller than they were. And in the room, there was hundreds and thousands of angels, and they were all running around. They seemed to be very busy, occupied with, I don't know, just angel stuff. And then they all looked the same. They all had the hair, there was different colors, lengths. There were female and male, and they all were wearing the same thing. And in heaven, it was so bright and so peaceful, I didn't want to wake up. I wanted to just stay where I was, and I didn't want to leave. But I knew that I was in heaven when I was. And that is my testimony that I will never forget. All my life, before I saw heaven, I've always wondered what heaven looked like. I wondered who's there, what does it look like, how do you feel, what it looks like in general. And I never knew I never really studied the Bible that thoroughly as to what heaven looks like. I just didn't really know. I just knew that it was where God lived, and that's where we're going when we die. And I just always was curious, as I'm sure most people are. So then I've never knew what heaven looked like. I never heard of anything that anyone had said. I just knew that there was a lot of gold and it was pure. I just saw this, and what I saw was almost exactly the same. It was exactly the same as prophecies and what other people have seen based on their stories. So, and I've never seen those before. I was studying and looking to find what other people have seen, if they've seen the same thing that I have. And they have, and that's how I know truly that I did see heaven. And I don't know if I died, because I don't have any medical history that I can just randomly die at any moment, but it seemed to be just a dream to me. And then I woke up, and then it was just another normal day, but it wasn't normal. I was thinking of the dream, and I remember the exact same details that I did the moment I woke up. So that's really nice, and I will never forget it. So I hope my story inspires you in some way, or just lets you know something that maybe you didn't know before, and makes you want to seek God and go to heaven, because it is a place of love and peace. And you don't remember all the things that have been going on earth. You don't remember the pain. You don't remember the hurt. All you know is that you're with God, and with God, all you feel is love, and you're not scared ever. So I hope that helps you in some way. Thank you for watching. Bye.